Assalamualaikum, a very good morning and a warm welcome to your biology class, and this is your biology teacher again from United Public School, Tandur. So students, in our last class we have seen the parasitic nutrition in the plant of Cuscuta and the holozoic nutrition in unicellular organisms, that is amoeba and paramecium, right students? So in today's class we will see the holozoic nutrition only, but in multicellular organisms. What are the multicellular organisms? Right, of course, the human beings are the multicellular organisms. So we will see the holozoic nutrition in multicellular organisms. To see nutrition in the sense the digestive system of human being. So the human digestive system, as you can see, it is very complicated. It is not easy, as in unicellular organisms they engulf the food and they absorb the food, and the undigested food is sending outside the body. But in human being, not like this. It is very complicated, it is very difficult process, it is taking time consuming process. So different parts are involved in this digestive system, and different parts have the different function, different working. By using digestive juices and the enzymes, these different parts takes digestive juices and enzymes. By the help of these enzymes and juice, they perform this digestive process. As you can see in this scenario, here is the digestive system, which is having different parts, that is mouth, salivary glands, then esophagus, then stomach, and come to the parenchyma, then liver, large intestine, small intestine, rectum, and then anus. Right, so the alimentary canal is basically a long tube extending from mouth to the anus. So this is this tube like structure is the alimentary canal, which is started from the mouth and extending downwards up to the anus. So it is a alimentary canal from here to here, and this part of the alimentary canal, as you can see, this tube has different parts. Okay, so these different parts, what they do, they have special functions. They have different parts have their own functions, their own different works. So what happened to the food once we enter the body? Let us see. We eat various types of food, right? So that food which we eat, they pass through the digestive tract. This is our digestive tract from here to here, right? So what they do, they convert the food material which we eat, they convert that substances into small particles. Why? So that our body can utilize that particles, right? Solid food can't be utilized by our body. We have to convert them into a small particle so that our body can get energy, our body can utilize that. So this conversion of process requires various process. So this conversion of process from food to a small particles so that our body can utilize this, so it takes very process. Let us see. So the passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. So here passage in the sense the direction of the food through the alimentary canal. Okay, alimentary canal, which is also called as gut. So this passage of food is through alimentary canal, right? So which means the food first it enters from mouth, where it mixed with saliva, and it passes to the esophagus, and this food material passes to the stomach, and here stomach pancreas and liver helps in digestion in stomach. Then this food is passes to the small intestine and to the rectum and anus. Some of the food is passes to the large intestine and then rectum to the anus. So like this the passage of food is through like this. So first is mouth, right? Here I draw a flow chart like diagram so that I can explain you deeply. So first we take food from the mouth, right? What happened in mouth? The food is cut and is crushed, right? Our teeth helps in crushing and cutting the food, and this after cutting the food, it is mixed with saliva, right? So it get wet, right? Wet in the sense getting moisture, getting water. The food when it mixed with saliva, it gets wet and slippery lumps. This process is called bolus. Bolus in the sense, bolus means ball like mixture of food and saliva. So when we mix the food mixed with the saliva, it get ball like structure, completely round like structure, that is nothing but bolus. So the food, when it mixed with saliva, this process is called mastication. The mixing of food with saliva and becoming ball like structure, like this process is called mastication, right? Mastication. So what this ball like structure do? It helps in passing the food from mouth to the mouth through to esophagus, right? So but what happened in mouth? The saliva, when it mixed with saliva, the food mixed with saliva, what happened? Actually, saliva is created by three pairs of salivary glands, but mainly saliva contain enzymes, that is amylase. So actually, this enzyme amylase is called ptyalin, which means here P is silent. So this enzyme amylase, so it is called as ptyalin. What they do, it helps in breaking down of complex carbohydrate into simple ones. So it helps in breaking down of complex carbohydrate into simple ones. So this process of breaking down is called digestion in the mouth. This process is called digestion. And in mouth, what the tongue helps in this digestion? Tongue helps in mixing the food, right? The mixing of food and pushing this food into the next part. The tongue is very helpful in the mixing the food and pushing, which means sending the food to the next part. Okay? In this process, lower jaw is also helps. What is the lower jaw? As you can see, here is the mouth, and this part is called lower jaw. The tongue, the lower jaw helps in tongue to do this process. And here we have the salivary glands, epiglottics, and somewhat locations of salivary gland, right? So our digestion is still in mouth only. So what happened after mixing? Tongue helps in mixing, right? After that, what happened? The soft food mixed. The soft food is coming out. The soft food which is mixed with saliva, and it is sending to this tongue and jaw helps in sending that food to esophagus. Then what happened? By the wave like movement, it is sent to the esophagus, through esophagus. That wave like movement is called here peristaltic movement, and through in esophagus this movement is occurring. So this movement is called peristaltic movement. By this movement, the food from mouth is sending to the stomach, from mouth to the stomach through esophagus. Here wave like movement is taking place, right? So as you can see in this diagram, here this is esophagus, and this is yellow color is our food. This pink color is esophagus. The tube like structure is nothing but esophagus, right? So the food is passing through the esophagus by wave like structure. As you can see, this wave like structure, through this wave like structure the food is passing from esophagus to here is our stomach. Okay? So this movement is called as, yes, peristaltic movement. So now food is in stomach, right? The food is in stomach. What they do? The food gets turned with gastric juice. It is mixed with gastric juice which is present in our stomach, and HCl. HCl rendering the medium acidic, which is medium acidic. The HCl is in medium acidic, which is been acidic in nature. Now the food is in semi-solid condition. So in stomach, the food is mixed with gastric juice and HCl. HCl in our stomach, what the walls of the stomach contain HCl. So as in our home, the wall we painted paint we wall, right? So the in stomach also the walls of the stomach is painted with HCl. That is, the HCl is medium acidic in nature, not completely acidic in nature. So now the food is in semi-solid condition, which means half solid in condition, right? So this half semi-solid condition is called chyme. So the food is in semi-solid condition, half solid and half digestion in condition, right? So that condition is called chyme, 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 right? So here in stomach, most of the proteins are broken down into smaller molecules, right, with the help of enzymes. That enzyme's name is called pepsin. So this enzyme pepsin helps in most of the protein broken down into smaller molecules. Okay? So in stomach the food is in chyme condition, that is semi solid condition. Then the food is sending to the small intestine. How this send we will see in our further coming classes. Okay, for today it is enough. Okay students, your today's homework is try to draw this digestive the system. Okay, by showing these parts, okay, the digestive system with the label of parts. Okay, this is your today's homework students. Draw this diagram and submit in your groups. Okay, thank you students, have a nice day.